Ooh-wee, we've got a bunch of fun stuff to talk about today. Valley and I are both fairly thrilled about the patch. What do you think? We both like the Wakandan. We're going to take a look at the kits for the Wakandan, Shuri, Okoye, M'Baku. Am I saying those correctly? What do you think?
Okoye, M'Baku, yeah. Like Christian Okoye, the Nigerian.
I don't know anything about that kind of stuff.
And then we're going to talk back in the 90s.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the kits for the Wakandans, and we're going to go over that because there's a Reddit post that shows what the actual kits are. And then also we're going to go over our first thoughts of Alliance Wars, right? And I think we're both playing it wrong. Is that what you're thinking? We haven't figured it out yet, is what we're trying to say.
Our alliance figured out the strategy, but like an hour in, and yeah, we're trying to catch up now.
Okay, let's talk about Wakandans first. And the first thing I want to talk about is inside the game right now, there was a change made to Black Panther. Now, have you used this in game yet, or have you noticed it, or anything you could say about that?
I don't really use him too much except on a raid, a blitz team, and since it's a Drax blitz, not yet. But yeah, it's showing right there. His passive got changed. He now gets deflect on defense up.
Okay, so on defense up, gain deflect. Now, I used this morning in the Alliance War on offense, actually. I used Black Panther with Killmonger, and I used Riot Guard. Riot Guard gives defense like all the time. It has like a really low cooldown. I think 2 or 3. I mean, it's really fast. It's like always. And I actually was able to win my match because of that. Deflect is relatively useful, right? Deflect what is next hit blocks, right?
Yeah, so some of the damage gets reduced.
Yeah, it says deflect and it says block the next attack. Now, I just want to say this. I haven't gone into the code, but I went to, how many websites did we go to? Like 3 or 4 websites? Nobody clearly defines what block is, but we know that it's a percent of damage is reduced because it doesn't eliminate all damage. I mean, it's not nearly as good as like evade, like dodge the next attack. It just is a percent of damage, right?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, because I've still damaged opponents that had that deflect on.
Well, yeah, like Captain America has it. He does it all the time. It says block.
Yeah, he has it on his passive. So
yeah, okay. So if you know exactly what block is, like the code of the game, put it down in the comment section. I'm curious. We spent 10 or 20 minutes looking for it. We went to like 4 or 5 websites. Nobody said what it is, and we gave up and decided just to make the video instead.
We need some hacker to, like you said, go into the code and see what it does.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody knows. But the information is not readily available, and we did look for it. There was a post on Reddit. Looks like this was by Tana, and he says, Shuri, M'Baku, and Okoye kit impressions. And before we take a look at the kit, the thing that we want to say is that Shuri is going to be a legendary event that requires, of all things, what?
Spider-Verse!
Okay, and as far as a player and ease of doing that seems pretty good. A lot of the characters are readily available. I mean, I think they were very generous with Miles Morales. Like, a lot of people have a lot of Miles Morales, right? Fairly well developed out.
Now, if you're starting now, I'm not sure how you farm him.
No, but if you played in the raids, Spider-Man is readily available. You know what I mean? Yeah. Green Goblin is hard to get, but it recently was made farmable, right?
It's got one note. It's going to take a long time, but
Venom was also, they were generous with, in the raids. Yeah. Both Miles Morales and Venom, just by being active in your guild and playing in the raids, you should have at least a 5-star, I would guess. It depends, right? I don't know. Not everybody. I know I have over a 5-star of Venom and Miles Morales. And then Carnage, what you said, Carnage is going to be that's in the Alliance War store, right?
Yep, exactly. He's in the Alliance War store right now. It's like the raid store that it rotates, though.
Okay.
You got to get a little lucky with.
So
Carnage.
It looks like we're going to, other than having to farm Green Goblin slowly, like every day, like if you're watching this video now, start farming Green Goblin now, immediately, every single day. It's like Mystique, right? You just got to do it.
Yeah.
You just got to do it every day. First thing you do when you log in after the reset is go farm Green Goblin, right? That's my suggestion right now because
Farm Green Goblin, refresh his node.
Yeah, refresh them. I don't know. I'm not going to spend money, but I'm going to do the 5 or whatever a day. So the kit, and thanks to Tana for posting this. I don't know where you got this information, but I just want to talk about this because the kit looks like there's a lot of healing, a lot of sustain, and they have said already that it's going to be very good in the raids. Real quick, M'Baku, basic attack is really simple. His special, Call of the Mountain, gain taunt and 2 counter. And then the thing I like about all their kits, they all have to do with charge, and they all have something to do with defense up, which is going to be fueled by Shuri. And then it says, and so I'm just going to basically read the passives on these, like M'Baku, Ancestral Might, defense up, heal, 40 at max health, gain defense up, while in charge, gain block chance, gain block amount per charge. So again, has a lot of mechanics there with defense up and heal. And how does the Killmonger kit work? You've used it quite a bit, right? He has also a defense up advantage like M'Baku and Black Panther, which we've already gone over.
Yeah, he's really good in those crits for the Killmonger, man.
Yeah,
similar to Okoye, a lot of crits help him out.
Right, and when Killmonger gets defense up, he does like a miniature Deadpool thing where he attacks out of turn the lowest health ally, bypasses taunt. It actually goes through stealth too, which is amazing. It'll hit even a stealth target. It's fantastic. Okoye, and how have you heard how they're going to release M'Baku before we move on to Okoye?
M'Baku is coming in a Blitz next Thursday, according to the data mine. Unless something changes, he should be a Blitz character next week. Okay.
Very good. And then Okoye does a bunch of damage. Looks like has some interactions with counterattack and critical chance. Gains offense up, so on and so on. But the main thing is when she gets defense up, gains immunity. So that means that can't put negative status effects on her.
Yes, and then that charge is important. When,
she looks like while she's charged, she has assist now. So anytime she gets a charge, she's going to be assisting all the time, which I think is fantastic, right?
Yep, looking good.
Yeah, this
kind of what was in her passive before, but I think it still kind of works the same when she's in a full Wakandan team.
Well, her passive from before actually looked broken. Like
her whole kit, her basic was so crazy before with that defense down for 2 turns.
And now it's it still clears a positive status effect, and she's going to be assisting all the time. So that's pretty fantastic, right?
Yeah, I still wanted to try out that hero brawler team that everybody wanted.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that because it's not going to work that way, right? And I'm going to have to make a separate video, probably more detail on this, and we're just, going through it loosely now. But the main thing is that they're going to be good in raids for sure. There's going to be a lot of assists. There's going to be a lot of charge. There's going to be a lot of defense up and a lot of things happening out of turn. And then Shuri, her middle ability right here, which I think is what it all makes. Apply defense up to self and all allies. Apply 1 charged up to a maximum of X to self and all Wakandan allies. And then
hold on, don't skip over that. That is huge for that Wakandan team. That charge.
Huge. It's amazing, right?
Everybody's
going to get charged.
All of their kits revolved around charge.
Yes.
Even the Black Panther rework on his ultimate revolves around that charge. Okoye revolves around charge. M'Baku has that charge for his block. Everybody revolves around charge. That is a huge move for her.
Yeah. So it's a big deal. And then she is support. So she clears negative effects. She heals and heals and heals and heals. I mean, this looks like a raid team. They said that it's going to be amazing in raid. She heals a ton.
Look at that wall of text for her passive. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll go into more detail on the Wakandans as they come out and maybe make a separate video. But I just wanted to stress the importance of farming Green Goblin. Farm Green Goblin. That's the only thing you remember from this video is farm Green Goblin. That's good advice, right?
Yes, and Carnage in the War Store.
Carnage in the War Store, right? Because I think those are going to be the 2 ones that are going to make it hard to get Shuri. Okay, let's talk about Alliance Wars, and we're trying to figure out Alliance Wars, and I'm having a blast losing pretty bad today. What about you?
We figured it out about an hour and a half in, but by then we're already down. But I'm looking forward to the next one. This is a fun game mode. I'm really happy to put this in.
All right. Yeah.
What bugs in the beginning, but I'm happy that it's here. I like this mode.
Yeah. I'm having a fun time too. I got to tell you what my experience is. I always assign defense, so I put a whole bunch of teams on defense.
Okay.
That's what I did, like 8 teams, and so it didn't leave me a lot left to attack. And so then I went into attack right now. I figured I wouldn't have much left. I was using random teams like way down on my roster. Kind of like I was just talking right now, like I was able to put together that team of Black Panther and Killmonger. Well, the point I'm trying to make is I had fun using like these random teams that were like normally just like my first couple rounds of Blitz, and I had to use it. I actually was able to attack 6 times, even though I used my
Like that's a lot.
Yeah, I used 6 teams. Well, my roster is not really. My roster is not hyper focused at the top. It's kind of spread like wide, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
like,
mine's is the same way. I don't have a big.
And so I basically, 8 plus 6. How many? I mean, that's 14 teams, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, so I was able to use 14 teams, and I was able to do a bunch of attacks. I was able to use a team with Captain Marvel and War Machine and Merc Lieutenant. I mean, I was able to use like parts of my roster that I'm not using every day in Blitz. Now, what was your feeling about the Alliance War and how yours is going so far?
Like what I love best about this is that it changes every time because you don't see the defenses. You don't see how the opponents have their defense set up. They could change how their defense is set up. There's so much variance that you could have with this mode based on your strategy. I think it's awesome how they did this and gives it a lot of replayability. It's not a static mode like a lot of these other modes here. No 2 Alliance Wars are going to be the same.
Yep.
Good stuff.
All right, well, be sure to head over to Valley Flying's channel, and we're going to continue doing our Blitz modes. We're trying to get Casino involved with that. We've had some logistic issues, but we're going to try to make that work here. And the Smash, any words from the Smash before we go?
Smash is looking forward to it, man. The Smash needs to make some trailers for you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching and keep on gaming. And if you know the exact definition of what block and how the block mechanic works, please put it in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.